Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my recipe for Karanji Kai, or also known as gujia in the northern parts of India. It is a fried dumpling that is stuffed with a sweet filling. The filling, however, varies from state to state, but I'm going to be showing you what my mother has been doing for years and what I have been doing. So first we'll start off with making the dough so that it has a little time to rest. The ingredients that you'll need are 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour, a little salt, pinch of salt, and I have 1 cup of water that I'm not going to add all of it at once. I'm just going to add a little, and using my clean hands I'm going to start kneading it and add water as I need it. As you can see that my dough has started coming together. I have used about half cup of water and the dough is not too hard. It is a little bit on the stickier side, but then we're going to let it rest. I'm going to coat my dough with a little bit of oil so that it does not form a hard crust. Okay, now I'm going to cover this and put it aside. Now let's work on the filling. What I have here is 1 cup of dried shredded coconut that I have toasted a little. I like to shred my own dry coconut. You can buy the pre-packaged, pre-shredded ones, but I think these have more flavor in them. 1 cup of moong dal that I have roasted and grinded. I'm not using this, I just wanted to show it to you before how it looks before we grind it. 1 cup of granulated sugar. 1/3 cup of sesame seeds that I have toasted, 1/3 cup of semolina or suji that I have toasted, and 1/3 cup of khaskhas that I have toasted. Now I'm going to add all of these into my bowl and start to mix them. Make sure to mix them well. Now our filling is ready. Now let's start assembling them. I have my oil for deep frying my karanji on a low flame so that I can start off with assembling my karanjis. This is a completely optional step, but then this is what makes the crust so light and flaky. So I have here 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of clarified butter, that is ghee. Now I'm going to mix them and make a paste out of them. My dough has been resting for about 10 minutes now. I'm going to take a small golf-sized ball and knead it. And flatten it a little bit. I have some extra all-purpose flour, so that I'm going to dunk it in so that it doesn't stick to my rolling pin. Now I'm going to start rolling this in about 7 inches in diameter. Now I'm going to take the paste that we made and start spreading it over my dough. Now I am going to slowly start rolling my dough over. I'm going to use a knife and cut the edges. I'm going to cut these into 3 portions. And now flatten it. Add a little more flour and start rolling it again. For about 5 inches in diameter. You can add more flour if you need it. This looks perfect. Now I'm going to, let me get this closer, take about 1 tablespoon of the filling. Don't overfill it because you don't want it to open up in the oil and create a mess in there. Now I'm going to start to press the dough down so that it seals. And just give me a second, let me grab it. I'm going to use a fork and double seal it. This also makes it look really pretty. Now take a knife and start cutting the extra edges. Okay, let's place it here. I have a baking sheet lined with a parchment paper so that it does not stick. Now let's do it again. The same process again. Press it down. Dunk it in the flour and start rolling it. Adding in a tablespoon of the filling. Okay, let me do it like this. And pressing it down to seal it. Taking a knife and making sure that it is sealed. Now I'm going to take the knife and cut all the edges. Now I'm going to do the same with the rest of them and then we'll be ready to fry them. I have my first batch of Karanjis that are ready to be fried. My mom always says that always right before you start deep frying, increase the flame to a medium high so that when you start frying, the temperature of the oil does not come down and it does not absorb more oil. But remember to reduce the flame as soon as you're done putting them in. Now I'm going to fry these until I get a nice golden brown color on these. Now as you can see, they've got this nice golden light brown color. I'm going to start taking them out. Here I have a baking sheet that I've lined with a tissue paper so that they can absorb all the extra oil. Look at the layers that the dough has created. Now I'm going to do the same with the rest of them. I'm done frying my first batch of Karanjis. Now let's open up and see how it looks on the inside. So hope you enjoyed spending time with me. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.